San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is August 11th. We have Justin Horn in the house.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes. Glad to be here on a Sunday morning.
Justin, it is so hot outside. It's you walk out and it just hurts.
It does. And it's been a bad stretch for us over the last week. And this week's not going to be that much better. We've been trying to find glimmers of hope within this forecast. It did rain a little bit both Friday and Saturday in spots, not necessarily here in San Antonio. But this is what we're looking at right now. 82 here in San Antonio. We're struggling to get down below 80 degrees. 80 in New Braunfels, 77 in Bernie, 78 in Kerrville. And we've got mostly clear skies. This is where we end up. This is about where we were yesterday, 98 degrees here in San Antonio. As I always like to say, Sarah's favorite group from the 90s. Good boy band, right? Maybe? No.
NSYNC?
No, 98 degrees.
Oh, no.
Stick with me, Sarah. Stick with me here. Anyway, 101 in Uvalde, 103 Carrizo Springs, 102 in Eagle Pass this afternoon. It is going to be hot. Now, it is back to school for folks tomorrow. A lot of districts are headed back to school tomorrow, and I want to let you know that it will be hot and rain-free. So dress those kiddos for the heat. And if you have after-school activities, I know you've heard this a million times, and your parents have probably stressed it to you, but hydrate. With these kind of temperatures, it does get a little bit dangerous out there, mostly sunny skies. We do have something cooking in the Atlantic and in the tropics. We're going to talk more about that coming up in just a couple minutes.
Justin, thank you. Video, audio, and documents now released to the public, all related to the city of Uvalde's investigation into the tragedy at Robb Elementary. This release comes nearly 2 years after a lawsuit was filed by a group of media outlets, including us here at KSAT, seeking information under the Texas Open Records Act. A team of KSAT journalists spent yesterday poring through all of this video and audio and reading all of these documents attached in the release. Now we want to warn you, the content in these documents may be difficult to watch and read. As difficult as it is to take in, several loved ones of the 19 children and 2 teachers killed at Robb want to see this evidence. They say it's a step towards transparency and even more accountability. 2 family members tell Danielle Ibarra they hope others take the time to see it as well.
Seeing the chaos unfold is horrific.
More kids over here. More kids over here.
For the first time, we're seeing the moments officers breached classrooms at Robb Elementary.
They're not afraid of the shooter, they're afraid of the weapon.
It happened more than 70 minutes after a gunman entered the school and opened fire. 19 kids and 2 teachers died that day, including Jesse Rizzo's 9-year-old niece, Jackie Cáceres.
I mentioned you're almost speechless, and at a loss of words, to be honest with you.
He spent the past few hours seeing the dozens of texts and emails sent to city leaders. There's also more than 200 calls to go through, including 911 calls made by kids inside the classrooms.
What do you think about the fact that all these records are now out in the public for people to see?
We've been asking for 2 years, to see this information. And
there's also dash camera and body camera footage to look through.
In every little bit of information that we do get, there is always a little bit of truth that we didn't know.
Brett Cross was 10-year-old Uzziah Garcia's guardian. Cross wants to know why there's body camera footage from only 5 Uvalde police officers. 25 responded to Robb the day of the shooting.
What are they hiding?
A text from Uvalde Staff Sergeant Eduardo Canales reveals some officers were not recording or didn't grab a body cam.
26 officers there that day from the city? We don't have all 26 officers' body cams.
The details are difficult to digest.
It's mind-boggling, but maybe something like this I'm hopeful will change your mind and be a little more supportive.
Times I want everybody to see everything up to our children's bodies. I want people to see everything so that you can see this is a nightmare. This is something that you can't put into words. And this is our reality.
Danielle Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
So yesterday's release of records is just part of what we're fighting to get. Uvalde CISD and Uvalde County have filed notices of their intent to appeal A separate lawsuit for records from DPS is still tied up in the courts. In your morning headlines, the countdown is on after Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump agreed to debate on September 10th on ABC, and the two continuing to hold their campaign rallies as days inch closer. Harris and her running mate, Governor Tim Walz, made a campaign appearance together in Las Vegas yesterday, wrapping up 5 days of campaigning in the battleground states, and Trump making his way to Montana this weekend, rallying supporters. His running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, is expected to make an appearance in Laredo today, marking his first visit to Texas since being picked as Trump's VP pick. And as we get closer to Election Day, we want to know your thoughts and views, which is what we're doing in our new series, Your Voice South Texas. In this episode, we're going to Seguin in Guadalupe County. Usually the area leans conservative. Many parts of Texas, it's also grown in the last 5 years, which could explain why people you're about to meet have a range of differing political opinions on everything from abortion rights to the economy.
Confession, I love Seguin. This is one of my favorite places in South Texas to visit for 2 reasons. One, it's just beautiful. I love historic homes, and when you're driving into town, you realize that Seguin is pretty spread out, but there are a number of historic homes here, beautiful Victorian homes that have been well preserved. So you just get that sense that this is an area that very much values its place in history. And number 2, the people. You're about to meet them. We're here at Pecan Town Books and Brews in downtown Seguin, a really nice place. It's sort of a bookstore and also a cafe, and I'm really excited for you to come in and meet the people of Seguin.
We like the pace of life here. People are friendly. Still get to wave at your neighbors, and it's good. We enjoy it.
It's very pleasant. It's welcoming. It's friendly. It feels very community and family oriented.
You worry about the future. When you think about a lot of the issues affecting people, what are the things that you worry about?
Global warming and all this stuff, you have to think about stuff like that because we have kids. I have a 3-year-old granddaughter and an 8-year-old grandson, so I try to think about what is going to happen to them. We've lived through a lot, so I just think about them.
That person that I'm going to vote for president for 2024 will be Trump. I voted for Trump last year, and the year before, or the 2016, and we will vote for him again.
I do think Trump tends to be more divisive, and I think the Democrats are a little lost right now. So
I was born and raised evangelical. I grew up going to different Republican events and learning more, and I voted for Trump in 2016, and I did not vote for him in 2020 because I did not agree with what happened. And so this next election, I'm going to be voting for Kamala Harris. And I would never have told you I would have voted for a Democrat even 4 years ago.
So you can scan the QR code on your screen right now to watch the full episode of 2 of your Voice South Texas episodes. So no matter where you stand politically, we're bound to hear from someone who shares your views. So, and of course, stay on the lookout for future episodes premiering between now and Election Day. American gymnast Jordan Childs will not get to keep her Olympic bronze medal in the floor exercise after all. This is after the International Olympic Committee confirmed the sport's highest court said her score was judged improperly. The bronze medal will now go to Romanian gymnast Ana Barsu. It is 6:09 and 82 degrees. The University of Incarnate Word remembering one of its founding members and former presidents. After the break, we hear from those who knew about Sister Margaret Patrice Slattery's legacy. The humidity and heat are oppressive today, and Justin's going to have our Sunday forecast and the first week of school forecast for us when we come back. Students, faculty, and alumni dealing with the tough loss of the University of Incarnate Word, one of its founding members and former president, Sister Margaret Sister Patrice Margaret Slattery passed away last week. I spoke to those who knew about her legacy, and they say the university wouldn't be what it is today without her. Sister Margaret Patrice Slattery joined the Sisters of Charity of the Incarnate Word in the early 1950s. Way back then in her early 20s, she started as an English teacher at the then all-women's college, then becoming Dean of Academics, then president in the early 1970s, one of the first women to reach that position in our local universities. And she held that title for 13 years. She died July 27th at 98 years old.
One of the brightest and best women in San Antonio.
Respected and cherished by her fellow Incarnate Word sisters.
We used to call her Maggie Pat. Sister Margaret Patrice, so we'd always say, did you see Maggie Pat today? She got lots and lots of accolades and awards and all of that, but basically her commitment was as a Sister of Charity of the Incarnate Word in promoting the mission.
When she retired as president in 1985, she was chancellor of the university for another 20 years, transforming the school.
She oversaw the transition to lay leadership in the board at a crucial time across all of higher education in the United States. She also welcomed the first men to the University of Incarnate Word, then Incarnate Word College.
That's right. If it hadn't been for Sister Slattery, men would not have been admitted into UIW. She interviewed the incoming male students herself. Another big impact she made was the geographic expansion of the campus. For example, this concert hall and art center and this theater and science hall wouldn't be here today without her efforts. She grew the student population, raising millions of dollars in scholarships by founding the annual swing and auction and golf tournament because of her love for her students and the sport.
She was a golfer.
Oh, she was a golfer.
Yes, she loved playing golf.
She dedicated her life to the mission of her congregation and university, and that hard work and legacy, it lives on.
Some of the seeds that were planted during her time that have really grown, to what we are today as a university. So much happened that she planted those seeds for us.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. What's funny is Justin and I have played in that golf tournament, and I was never invited back to the KSAT team.
That's not true. That's not true.
I was really bad.
I don't believe that.
I offered nothing to the team except some good whiff shots that you guys got on camera.
You have a good swing. You have a solid swing. We don't get out there and practice enough.
Yeah, because it's too hot. And
that's true.
I mean, when I drive by the people at the quarry or Brackenridge, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Oh, I know. It's this heat has been unrelenting, at least for the first week of August. We're going to have to get there another couple weeks. And then there's some hope down the line, I think. Let's first start with a picture. Speaking of hope, some places did get rain. This was out near Geronimo. They got about, looks like 2 inches there. There were some good downpours out near Seguin and Geronimo. That was back on Friday night. It was great to see. The radar lit up. We just didn't really see a lot in San Antonio per se, but surrounding areas certainly did. And there were a few more showers and storms yesterday. Nothing this morning. We've got generally clear skies out there. But I do want to talk about tropical weather because this is the kind of thing that can bring us some wet weather as we get into these summer months. And there is a storm system that is starting to really look good out here. A wave that likely is going to develop. The Hurricane Center is giving us a 90% chance of development. So it's almost a sure thing here. This probably becomes Eduardo. But as we look at these spaghetti plots, where this thing is headed, it's going to take a turn. And this happens a lot this time of year. You start to see storm systems coming through the United States, picks these things up and then takes them back out to the Atlantic. So this does not look like it's going to harm large populations here, other than the islands and then Puerto Rico. We'll have to keep an eye out on this. Really, if we're going to get rain this time of year, we got to see stuff kind of develop in the Gulf. And so far that has not happened, but we are headed towards the peak of hurricane season. And we certainly believe that there will be an uptick in activity as we head through the latter part of August and as we get into September. So let's keep an eye on it. Nothing right now imminent, nothing that looks like it's going to affect us here in South Texas. As we go outside for you, we've got 82 here in San Antonio. It's always a rough morning when you can't get below 80 degrees. Makes it hard to go for that morning run. And if you're heading to church this morning, it's going to be warm even at this hour. and in the coming hours. 77 right now in Bernie, and this is where I think we end up this afternoon. As far as the heat index, this is your feels like number, 104 here in San Antonio, and that's just about where we've been last couple of days. Not much changes here. 106 is what it may feel like in Converse, 105 in Seguin, 103 in Floresville. Let's look at the Futurecast, and that is I was wondering what I was looking at there. That's the big blue H. It's just zoomed in. That is the ridge of high pressure. That is the heat high. Now, if we're going to have any sort of glimmer of hope, there is a little area of low pressure that moves east to west around this high, and it'll move on shore as we get into Tuesday. That may kick off a shower or two. The problem we have is we're still more or less underneath our ridge of high pressure, so if anything does develop or gets going, it gets squashed pretty quickly by the ridge of high pressure. So anything that develops will be short-lived, and we're just not going to get a lot of rain out of it. But we did add in a 10% chance of rain as we get into Tuesday. That's about all we can offer you here in this extended forecast. Of course, as we said, a lot of kiddos headed back to school tomorrow. 99 for your Monday, 100 on Tuesday with that very small chance of rain. And unfortunately, Sarah, temperatures actually only go up from there. We could go as high as 102 by next weekend.
Okay, and first coolish front usually comes in what, mid-September, end of September?
Yeah, we discussed a lot about that last week, and that's been a big question we've been getting. When does that first good front come through? We average late September. It can be as early September and as late as early October. So that's kind of our window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just let's get through this month.
We can do it.
Yeah. It's 6:19, 82 degrees. We've all heard of Ozempic, the once weekly injection for type 2 diabetes to help people lose weight. But have you heard of Rice-zempic? Oh, TikTok. It's something that's going around social media that have experts concerned. What they're saying after. You've probably heard of Ozempic to lose weight, but have you heard of Rice-zempic? So it's what some TikTok influencers say. It's a cheaper way to shed weight. They're calling it Rice-zempic diet. People are soaking rice in hot water, adding lime. Oh, this sounds horrible. And drinking it first thing in the morning. Apparently it curbs hunger. Yeah, because it's starch water. Dallas mom and beauty influencer says it works.
I had already used rice water for other things like my skincare and my hair for hair growth. So that was another reason that I didn't think there was any harm in consuming it. It did cut my appetite. I did notice the first day I was paying close attention, but then the following days I did notice I was eating a lot less.
Yeah, because you're drinking starch water. Health experts say rice water contains resistant starch, which could allow you to feel full. But that doesn't mean it's safe to lose weight. So doctors say if you want to maintain or lose weight, the safest way is one you hear all the time, good old diet, exercise, and sleep. Remember, 8 hours of sleep is important. It's 6:24, 82 degrees. A popular pretzel brand wants to give you something to remember it by 24/7, which is why they're announcing a new fragrance coming up next on Auntie Anne's latest launch. Auntie Anne's is launching a perfume inspired by its pretzels. The scent is called Need. Get it? It's infused with notes of buttery dough, salt, and a hint of sweetness. The pretzel maker says each spritz evokes the experience of passing by an Auntie Anne's store and breathing in that nostalgic aroma at the mall food court. It always smells so much better, and then you eat it and you're like, oh, this is not really, I don't know. The product launch will be celebrated with a pop-up perfume store on August 13th, and you can purchase it on their website. No thanks. All right, the NFL's Arizona Cardinals are adding a highly unusual item to the stadium food lineup. This actually looks really good. So take a look. It's a cotton candy burrito, so it's a sweet treat. The burrito fillings include cotton candy ice cream, Fruity Pebbles, Fruit Loops, marshmallows, Skittles, M&M minis, gummy bears, and sprinkles, all wrapped in sheets of cotton candy. I mean, if you give this to your kids, they will be bouncing off the walls.
Do not give that to kids.
Justin's like, don't do it. The cost is about $15. No word on the number of calories or grams of sugar. I actually think I would try this. I'm the kind of person that takes the ice cream and puts the marshmallows and gummy bears rather than like getting the cookie dough or the almonds.
Bad idea, Sarah. Don't do it.
I don't know. I'm probably going to regret it, but it looks really good. It's 6:29, 82 degrees. Let's take a look at these lotto numbers before we head to break. Pick 3, 4, 2, 6, Fireball 3, Daily 4, 4, 6, 3, 9, Fireball 0, Cash 5, 16, 21, 30, 34, 35, Texas Lotto 4, 13, 28, 29, 30, 31, Powerball over, I think 300 million. It's getting up there. 9, 24, 33, 64, 69, Powerball 9, Power Play 2. Good luck. Taking a look outside with live cam. Slowly, the sun is starting to rise and the heat will also be rising throughout the day. Good morning, 6:30 on this Sunday, August 11th. Justin is in for Sarah. Earlier, we were talking about ice cream. And
yes.
I'm like a child, like a 12-year-old girl, like your daughters.
Pile on all the toppings.
Like the gummy bears, like the orange sherbet with the marshmallows. This guy really surprised me. He says he likes vanilla with chocolate sprinkles.
We keep it basic. I'm all about it basic.
I was not surprised.
That's the way to go. I'm not. I guess I'm not surprised either. That's the way to go. I save money at the ice cream place.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Of course. But it's an ice cream day, especially because it's for a lot of people, it's the last weekend of summer.
True. Yeah, kiddos are getting their backpacks ready, getting all ready to go tomorrow. So, the heat's here. You know, it's a sad day. I just looked at when we looked outside on live cam, I was excited that there were some clouds. We can get excited about clouds because clouds will help a little bit. But as you look at the big picture here, there's just not a lot going on around the country. We've got some storms up around Oklahoma City, a few storms out across the desert Southwest, but there's no big storm system here. Debbie has finally gotten out of here, so it's pretty quiet across the country, quite honestly. And temperatures, well, they're going to be hot again today. This comes as no surprise, I'm sure. 98 in San Antonio, 103 Abilene, 98 in Dallas. Most of Texas will still be under the influence of our ridge-high pressure, and that's going to keep temperatures very toasty. So as you plan out your day, headed to church this morning, it will be warm, 87 at 10 a.m. Noontime, 92. Make our way up to 98 this afternoon. Heat index will be anywhere from 103 to 105, and temperatures will be slow to cool down this evening. 94 with clear skies by 8 a.m. We will look at tomorrow's back-to-school forecast for you coming up in just a couple minutes.
Justin, thank you. A man accused of robbing someone in San Antonio led several agencies on a chase to Castroville, where he was eventually arrested. So Eric Rodriguez was arrested yesterday evening in Castroville, in a neighborhood, hours after he allegedly robbed someone here in San Antonio. So Medina County Sheriff Randy Brown told KSAT Rodriguez drove on Highway 90 to Castroville, where he wrecked his car and ran away from officers. The agencies involved in chasing Rodriguez include Texas DPS, Castroville PD, SAPD, and Medina County deputies. Right now, it's unclear what charges Rodriguez will be facing. Last night, family and friends gathered to honor the life of Shane Irwin. On your screen there, Irwin was just 18 when he died in a motorcycle crash on August 1st. Shane's mom tells us he loved motorcycles and his friends. Dozens of people got together to ride motorcycles to remember Shane one last time.
Losing him was bad, but his friends have been amazing. They organized this ride today. They've put up a memorial. They've been at my side since it happened.
We just thought we'd just put something together for him, just something in his honor, because we love the kid.
To read more about Shane and hear from the people who loved him, head to KSAT.com. Video, audio, and documents now released to the public, all related to the city of Uvalde's investigation into the tragedy at Robb Elementary. This release comes nearly 2 years after a lawsuit was filed by a group of media outlets, including here at KSAT, seeking information under the Texas Open Records Act. So a team of KSAT journalists spent yesterday pouring through this video, audio, and reading all of these documents attached in the release. Now, hundreds of police radio transmissions were also included in that release. Now, we want to warn you that some of the material released and what we're about to show you may be hard to listen and watch. And in this clip, you can hear officers asking for a description of the shooter.
Do you have a description yet?
Not at this time, sir. Caller cannot remember what he was wearing.
I have one other complaint on the line advising no subject wearing black and jeans. The application was jumping over the fence into the schoolyard. Stop fire, Uvalde, at Rob School.
That transmission was made just after 11:30 that morning. Police were looking for the gunman after he was involved in an earlier accident where a truck ended up in a ditch. Callers told police the gunman was armed and headed to the school on another transmission. An officer said there was a woman shot in the head at another location. It's believed the gunman shot his grandmother at her home that morning before leaving and getting into that accident, then heading to Robb Elementary School. Now, among the 911 calls released was a call from the gunman's uncle. He asked dispatchers if officers would let him try to talk with his nephew.
The thing that's happening at Rob right now.
Okay.
My nephew.
Who's your nephew, sir?
I was wondering maybe he could listen to me because he does listen to me. Everything I tell him, he does listen to me.
Armando Ramos pled with the Uvalde County dispatcher to let him talk to his nephew. Ramos could be heard asking himself why would his nephew do this, and told the dispatcher he was with his nephew the night before the shooting and had dropped him off at his grandmother's house.
So did he say anything to you? Do you know of any change in his behavior over the last couple of days?
No, nothing. He just said that he was mad and that his grandma was just bugging him too much. I said, well, she has every right to bug you, Mijito, because that's...
Why was he upset?
You're under her... No, he wasn't upset. He goes, she bugs too much. She told me she was always bugging me. I was like, well, that's her job. That she cares about you.
Ramos would make several more calls to dispatchers that day, but all of them came after law enforcement had taken out the gunman. In a statement released by the firm representing many of the media outlets, including us here at KSAT, Haynes Boone Media Law Chair Laura Prather says, quote, "We're thankful that the city of Uvalde is taking this step toward transparency. For more than 2 years, our Haynes Boone team has fought for the release of records related to the tragic mass shooting at Robb Elementary." Now, we're still waiting on Uvalde CISD, Uvalde County, and Texas DPS to release dozens of interviews, hundreds of body camera videos, and thousands of investigative files. Transparency is necessary to help Uvalde heal and allow us all to understand what happened and learn how to prevent future tragedies. In all, there was body cam footage from 5 Uvalde police officers, dash cam footage from several police vehicles, 19 calls to 911, more than 300 radio transmissions, more than 200 non-emergency calls, as well as text messages and reports. So our group of media outlets have argued that this information is a matter of public record, and KSAT has decided to post almost all of this information on our website. So while it's difficult to watch and hear, we wanted to give you the option to view everything as we received it. So all edits, the video, audio, and documents were done by the city of Uvalde with the approval of attorneys representing the media companies. We also want to add, out of respect to the families of the victims, we will not be publishing 911 calls from inside people in the school, including the victims themselves. The reason we requested all this information was to offer understanding to you, the families of the 19 children, and the 2 teachers in those classrooms that day. Their faces should be remembered forever, which is why we will continue to cover the tragedy and will never forget these 21 people. Lots of parents, grandparents probably out this weekend getting their last minute back to school shopping done, especially it's tax-free weekend.
Sure is. Very busy out there. I went out with Stephanie Cerna to do some back to school shopping this week, and it turned into a friendly competition. Take a look to see who won.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
All right. Ooh. One pencil pouch. Sure. Headphones. Those are not headphones. Here's 24 count. Aha. 1/2 inch binder. Rings. All right, we're just going to skip that.
Hi.
That's it? Good luck. You'll do great.
I'll need it.
You're going to do great.
Go. All right. Color pencils. 24, 24, 24. Okay, I got 24. Ooh, red pens. Red pens. What do you get? Let's see. Erasers. Ream of paper. Paper. Let's see. Where are the headphones? Let me just get the headphones. Sharp Expo. I was like, Expo. Time. I heard time.
I got beat.
I think Justin got more.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's going to be a close call. 5, 6, 7. 7 items.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then the one I don't need, 19.
Congrats, Steph.
Thank you, Justin.
You did a great job.
Thank
you.
you.
Beat me pretty handily.
Well, I am a shopping expert. No, I'm just kidding.
You are.
No, I just it is stressful for the parents out there to shop back to school. So it helps like when everybody has all the supplies laid out for you. So thank you to HEB and thank you to all the students out there going back to school. We know you're going to do a good job. So have a great school year.
Yes. Good luck going back to school.
So Justin, you said that you had an unfair advantage because you went first.
Right, we did paper, rock, scissors.
Y'all should have gone at the same time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, remember, all of our back-to-school coverage on GMSA continues next week. If you run out of a chance to get supplies today, don't worry. There are plenty of giveaways still happening. Just scan that QR code on your screen. It'll take you to our website where we have the latest information on back-to-school giveaways. Your daughters start this week?
They do. And I got to tell you, I knew I was in trouble because Steph, if you know anything about Steph, she always wears high heels.
Was she wearing tennis shoes?
She was wearing tennis shoes.
Oh, she was.
That's when I knew I was in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. She's also like a mom. I know you're a dad, but she's like a mom that's like, we gotta go, we gotta go.
Well, yeah, they have those things in the middle of the aisle, like the pop-up stands. Yeah. She knew to go to that, and there was everything all in one place, and
she
had me beat. It's fine. Congratulations, Steph. I'm not bitter at all. And back to school is upon us. We are now one day away for several districts tomorrow. I know Pleasanton, Northeast ISD starts back tomorrow. So here's a little countdown for you.
Oh, that's nice.
One day till school starts. 13 days until week 0 of college football. Ask me how stoked I am for that.
Pretty stoked.
Very stoked. Labor Day is 22 days away. Halloween, 81 days away. Thanksgiving, 109 days away. And Christmas is 136. So we're getting there. It's not fall yet. It doesn't feel like fall yet, but we think fall thoughts, and we'll get there. So that's how many days away we are until some of those holidays. Our forecast today is very summer-like. 81 at 8 o'clock, 90 at 11 a.m., 98 is where we end up. Heat index will be up around 104, 105 here in San Antonio, and across the state, you're going to see a lot of that. So heat indices will be 104, 107, 107 in Houston, 103 in Dallas. And as you go back to school tomorrow, same story, 99 on your back to school Monday. Hot and rain-free. If you have after-school activities, just make sure you hydrate. I know we're sounding preachy here, but it's that time of year where you got to be careful on the after-school football, after-school, whatever sport you're playing. You got to drink plenty of water with this kind of heat. Water vapor. This is one of the features we look at when we're looking for spins in the atmosphere. What do we have headed our way? Where are high pressures? Where are low pressures? It can be a pretty valuable tool. And as we look at water vapor right now, we know high pressure is in control here over Texas. You see the orange color, that's some drier air. But I'll point out just a little feature. It's actually hard to see, but there's a little spin right here. And this little area of low pressure is going to work towards Texas by Tuesday. If we're going to see anything on the radar, which I'm not even convinced that we will, it'll be because of this. It does bring in a little bit of lift as it moves west towards the Texas coast, and the computer models do want to bring in a stray shower or two Tuesday afternoon. even though high pressure is still pretty much in control here. If you see anything, it'll be brief. But we did put in a 10% chance of rain on Tuesday to account for that. And when I tell you we're splitting hairs here, we're looking for any little glimmer of hope in the forecast. That is exactly what we're doing. So 99 on Monday, 100 on Tuesday. There's that 10% chance of rain. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're in the triple digits all the way through into next weekend. And in fact, it could even get a little bit hotter before we get any sort of cool down. We're still searching for that first cool front. No indications that it will be anytime soon. We're also still watching the tropics. There is a system out there, but it is not destined to move towards Texas. But if we could get some tropical moisture in the Gulf of Mexico, that could be a little bit better for us. We'll see. Nothing yet, but the tropical season is forecast to be busy.
I mean, pretty busy in July.
Yeah, it already has been, and I think August and September it will really pick up.
Okay, let's get through these 2 months.
Yep.
Thanks, Justin.
Yep.
650, 82 degrees. A box office hit is coming to your home screen soon, and a new game is out now for Nintendo Switch. That's
Hello! I'm Anxiety. Inside Out 2 is still playing in more than 2,000 theaters as of last weekend, but you can make plans to watch it at home. Pixar's animated adventure will be available on digital August 20th and physical media September 10th. Artists from Taylor Swift to John Lennon and Lady Gaga have recorded there. Now a new documentary looks at Jimi Hendrix's state-of-the-art recording studio.
This was a wonderful journey back in time to figure out how Electric Lady Studios was created right from the beginning. It's a place that he can come and relax, create, feel at home, and it will have the latest technology.
Electric Lady Studios, a Jimi Hendrix vision, is now in theaters. Shiver Me Whiskers, it be a mutiny. Nintendo has released Cat Quest 3, featuring a feline hero sailing the Caribbean in search of treasure. The game is out now for the Nintendo Switch. Not kidding around in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagello.
happening today at Briscoe Western Art Museum. Locals Day, which means you can get in for free and explore the museum's art and artifacts representing the American West. The downtown museum is open from 10 to 5 p.m. The address is on your screen, 210 West Market Street. So if you're looking for something to do that doesn't hurt the wallet, Justin, your favorite activity, it's free. There's an option.
Free 99. I love it.
Here's another option. If you want to get active outside, how about some free Sunday yoga? The Good Kind is hosting to the public from 10 to 11 this morning. If you can't make it today, don't worry. There's always next Sunday, as they host free yoga every Sunday at 1127 South St. Mary Street. Those who plan on attending should bring their own mat and water. After today's session, brunch and mimosas will be available. My favorite activity.
That works out well. It's a good pairing. Forecast for today, we'll be up around 98 degrees this afternoon, 99 tomorrow.